So let us continue our conversation this morning by inviting guitarist Brev Sullivan. Thanks for joining us, Brev. Now, I would like to play for the listening audience a guitar riff that you developed that later mushroomed into the song that we'll play in a few minutes. So before I do, I'd like you to introduce us to that riff. How did you summon up the spirit, and where did it come from?
Good old jangly rhythm guitar, a lot of interaction with the audience. So I wasn't really thinking like a guitar player, I was thinking like a singer, because I got handed the task of singing. I was thinking I want to be able to play this riff, enjoy grooving with the audience, and sing it effectively, because those lyrics, I still wonder to this day who and what they're about. I don't know, which I have to ask you. So Dancing Without Feet, that's a good rhythm, that's a good enjoyable song to sing. I kind of use Prince as an example because Prince was so connected to the audience, would sing and play guitar and groove, and always was a crowd pleaser.
All right, so let us now play that riff that later mushroomed into the song called Dancing Without Feet. Here we go.
And every person's interpreted differently. Leo interpreted it as a guitar player, and he put a subdivision in the middle of the riff that wasn't there when I presented it, that changed it to like a Dire Straits groove, which is actually the coolest thing that happened to the song musically. And then because it's so lightweight and it's not too crazy with the chord changes, you can interpret it however you want. If you hear that, that's great. I never thought of the Doors though.
Miriam, what Woodstock artist or 60s or even 70s vintage artist comes to your mind when you hear this riff?
When we started developing this riff, just the way the singing was going, it really reminded me a lot about the Cars, and I think Leo actually added some guitar riff in there that was real cut up, like dun 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 dun, and you know, if you harken back to some of the Car songs, I think you'll get what I mean.
And you could call me crazy, but I hear Jim Morrison and the Doors. I hear a little bit of Light My Fire. But in any event, let's play the riff that we've been talking about. Here we go. So we've heard the riff, and we understand that just like the other song we talked about, this one grew from a little sapling into a big tree. And why don't you introduce us to the next song that is the offspring of this riff?
And this next song is called Bright Eyes.
Let's give it a listen. Here comes Bright Eyes. So we just heard this song Bright Eyes that sprung from the groove that we heard a moment ago, and that's a very strong groove. Talk to us about how the groove morphed into this song.
So as I mentioned, I had a really fast up-tempo fusion groove, which is only going to be good for the musician who's playing it and the fusion fans, but why not take that riff, slow it down, make it a good dance tune. Leo added some guitar subdivision, then it created kind of a Dire Straits feel. But the second part of the song where the chords go down, then it's a psychedelic feel. So if you hear the Doors, I was thinking of some type of psychedelic Sgt. Pepper kind of whimsical kind of riff there. And that put together with the main riff, you've got a good hopping tune.
I heard that too, and there's no doubt that your guitar has a psychedelic quality, and it really rocketed me back to the 60s. So thank you for that, a bit of nostalgia. We also have Miriam on rhythm guitar. We have Leo contributing some excellent guitar leads as well. So talk to us about how the three of you merged together with your guitar work on this song.
It was very smooth, it was fresh, it was inspired. And we've been working together a while, so all the work that we did with Blue Road Music, I think in the past led up to what guitar playing you heard in this song. Each one has a distinctive quality of this is who I am, this is how I play, and at the same time complementing the song, complementing each other, complementing the songwriting, the vocals, everything fell together so smoothly.
First is that the song can be sung by a man or a woman. Is that so?
That's correct. And actually, I felt a little bit funny at start singing the lead part there. And I thought to myself, well, why not? Why not? And I think it came out just fine.
Yeah, you told it like it is. And the other thing that crosses my mind is that the band in recent months has been recording remotely, obviously, for reasons of the pandemic. This song, however, was written before the pandemic struck, when people could actually meet at a bar or nightclub and get to know each other face to face. But the song can actually be about a blossoming romance that happens face to face or remotely, online or through other means.
Yeah, particularly in this day and age where that is commonplace. When I was growing up, there was no such dating apps and things. So yeah, it applies. It applies definitely to the year 2019, 2020,
And isn't
21st
it-
century.
Isn't that just like the band? The band was performing all in the same room in months gone by where everybody could feed off each other. But in recent months, under the pandemic, the band is having to record remotely and come up with creative electronic means of transmitting tracks to each other in order to develop songs.
Right.
So it's all part of the same.
Interaction.
These are the times we live in.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thank you both for your thoughts.